Tour, and the winner's going to take home well over $1 million. What a final table we've got. 3 pros and 3 amateurs.
That's right, Mike, and we have a stunning upset going on here tonight. Todd Phillips, 34 years old. He's a big-time Hollywood director and producer. First time he's ever played in any tournament. He's the chip leader with close to $1.9 million. Go figure.
Well, starting out in second chip position tonight with $1.8 million in chips is Alex Kahaner from Van Nuys, California. Advance in this tournament. He was all in before the flop with ace-queen. He was up against 2 aces. He cracked them. That could be an omen for the guy.
Beautiful. Moving over to seat number 1, Kenneth James. Now, this is the nicest guy and most colorful guy on the poker circuit. He's a great professional poker player. Watch out for Kenneth James. He's got about $1.5 million in chips.
Well, also starting out with $1.5 million in chips tonight is Jake Minner. He's been a professional player now for about 1 year. And Vince, I can tell you, if a young pro wins the Legends of Poker, it will definitely change his life.
You're right about that. Moving over to seat number 5, Tim Van. He's 31 years old. He's got $1.1 million in chips. They say he's the best poker player at the table. We will see.
On the short stack tonight, Kevin O'Donnell. Kevin is a restaurant bar owner.
What a shocker. An Irishman who owns a bar?
Hey, don't make fun of this guy. He's a self-made millionaire whose hobby is poker. And believe me, if he wins this title tonight, he can add a lot to his portfolio.
Well, this is a great lineup. They all got chips. This is going to be fun. Let's go down to the felt.
Let's do it. 3 amateurs and 3 pros going at it, one of whom is going to walk away an instant poker millionaire tonight. This is the largest field in the history of the World Poker Tour. Who's going to capture the title that the legendary Doyle Brunson took home last year?
Action's going to be on the very colorful Kenneth James, 41 years old. Looks down at a pretty big hand, ace-queen.
Well, in the mold of Doyle Brunson, he's got his cowboy hat on here.
Says he's going to raise it. Significant raise, goes up to 130,000. Todd Phillips quickly folding right behind him.
Now around to Jake Minner. In his time, he's got 9 deuce offsuit. That hand's about as ugly as his hat.
What is he thinking? No, he finally goes away, and now it's on Kevin O'Donnell with the button. He's got ace-9.
Well, Vince, he's on the short stack at this table. Now he's got a $500,000, but
put me to the test early, Kenna.
That's what it is, man. Test the character.
You let me have a couple big blind bets.
Conservative play, opts to lay it down, and a good laydown on his part.
All right, now around to Tim Fan. Another ace, an ace-3 in the small blind. That means he already has money in. No, he goes out. And the only one to beat now, Alex Kahaner.
Let the man have the pot.
And he goes out.
So Kenneth James pumps his fist. He's going to take down pot number 1. Vince, most pro players that I was talking to prior to this final table, they like Kenneth James to win this. They feel like he's got the most experience.
Well, he's a great player. We know that. He started out as a poker dealer.
So much on the line for these guys tonight. All of them vying for their first World Poker Tour title. Players that win out here on the World Poker Tour are now getting sponsorship deals, endorsement deals. A lot of pressure, a lot on the line.
All right, quick action around to Kevin O'Donnell. Looks down at King Deuce, throws it away. Tim Pham with Queen 4. He goes out.
Around to Alex Kahaner now. Alex has the 9-6 of clubs. When he caps his cards, that's generally a sign that a guy's going to play a pot. And Vince, he's getting out some chips here. Like he's about to make a move, this 9-6. Indeed he is.
Very impressive by the 30-year-old construction worker.
Yeah.
Kenna out, and now it's on Todd Phillips. And look at this. He's picked up the Gretzky hand, number 99.
11,000.
A call.
And he just calls it.
Well, he calls out of the small blind here.
Jake Minter. It looks like he just came from the tractor pull. He has ace-6 this time. And it's spaded up. Does he want to splash around here? No, he goes out.
Well, he opts to lay it down. So here we go, a pot between the movie director and the construction company owner.
9s against 9-6.
2 amateurs going at it here.
Here's the flop. Flop comes up Jack 10-5.
Well, no help to either player. And look, Todd Phillips quickly leads right out. Bets 200,000 with the 2 9s when there's 2 overcards on the board.
He wants to take the play away from the construction man.
Well, you see Alex there scratching his head. Now we know he has nothing, but what he's thinking is, why is this guy leading out and betting into me when I raised before the flop?
Maybe he's really thinking, why did I have to re-raise with a junk hand?
That's probably more like it.
Well, Todd, the movie director, now has to sweat this out. He's just praying that this guy doesn't come over the top with the raise.
Because of the WPT cam, we can see that if he did come over the top right now, it'd be a very tough call for Todd to make with an underpair.
Oh, and finally he is going to lay it down. So that's going to do it for the movie director, Todd Phillips, our chip leader. Nicely taking that pot.
Certainly there are better players than me at the table, 5 of them in particular. I'm never going to play better poker than Phil Hellmuth or Jen Harmon. Come on, baby! My game sort of has been, how do I get them to play worse poker?
Vince, you know these players are all pumped up. The adrenaline's flowing because they're sitting at a final table of a World Poker Tour event. But I can tell you, fatigue may set in. All these players were up past 5 this morning to battle their way to get to this final table.
Action on the Todd. This time, Queen 7 of clubs throws it away.
Jake looks down at 6-4. He lays it down.
Kevin out.
Tim Fan. Except the 10 deuce, the Doyle Brunson, the guy who won this tournament last year, but lays it down.
All right, and now Lucky Juice, Alex Kahana. He's got Jack 10 of hearts.
Just easy. Don't get greedy on me. You know, greed will
Meanwhile, Kenna James
set you free.
Has not shut up.
He is a talker. He's a fun guy, though. He just loves the moment, but he is a table talker, man.
So Alex is going to pump it up. 35,000 more into Kenna.
Sounds good.
Kenna liking the action with Queen Jack. Makes the call.
Kenna has him dominated right now. Queen Jack versus Jack 10. Here comes a flop. Wow, what a flop. Jack 9-8 with 2 hearts. Alex has flopped the top pair with an open-end straight flush draw. Ken has flopped top pair with a bigger kicker. Also has a straight draw.
Oh, boy. Ready to do battle here, it appears. And right now it's on the construction man, Lucky Juice, with the open-ended straight flush draw and top pair.
Well, he's going to bet here. You can't blame him for that. 120,000 to go.
Into Kenna James, who's got top pair and an inside straight draw.
Even though Kenna James has the best hand at the moment, if he gets involved in this pot, he's going to have a lot of bullets to dodge because there's no way Alex is getting away from this hand.
No, you would not think so.
I'm going to raise.
Well, Kenna's going to raise it. Makes it
250 more.
250,000 more.
I'm all in.
Oh, right over the top, Alex says, I'm all in.
Well, I like this play, Vince. He says, you want to gamble, my friend? Let's do it. I've got a hand I'm ready to go with.
Oh, boy.
Right now, Kenna James' tournament life is on the line, Vince. Alex has more chips than Kenna, or they're pretty much equal in chips. Even though he has the best hand now, Alex is the favorite to win the pot.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Alex has lots of outs to win it.
What a decision for Kenna James.
Big difference in 6th place and what the winner's going to get. Next guy out's going to get about 200,000. The winner gets well over $1 million.
About the same. What's going on, baby? Wish I would have just called now. Can I take back the raise?
Say that again, Kenna.
I'll show it down.
Oh, man.
You will?
Uh-huh.
Probably bluffing me, but go ahead.
Kenna's going to go
Oh,
out.
Kenna shows him the Queen Jack.
And Alex says, I'll show you too, so he shows his hand. We're going to see a wonder cam. A 6 of hearts hits on the turn. So what an amazing laydown by Kenna James.
It turns out he would have been eliminated from this tournament had he played it.
I got to do it. I have a big hand, buddy. I got a big hand. I got a lot of outs.
The amateurs taking it to the pros this evening. Don't go away. We're coming right back.
You're watching the best poker on television. Don't go away.
I've been fighting to get on one of these final tables for years. I played the first ever World Poker Tour event, and this is a challenge. This is like climbing Mount Everest.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. I'm Vince Van Patten alongside Mike Sexton. 6 players remain. 3 amateurs, all walks of life playing on the World Poker Tour, going after a huge prize pool. Back down on the table, it's going to be on Alex Kahana, man that owns a construction company in Van Nuys, California.
Feeling good about moving all in, picking up that last pot, and looks down here at a pair of nines. Pretty nice hand.
And he is going to go up the elevator with this one up to 110 grand. Ken out, Todd out.
Around to Jake Menner on the button. He's got a pair of sevens. Has over 1.3 million in chips. Cost him 110,000 to call here.
He's in a good place. He's got the button in front, but no, he's going to lay this down.
Boy, what a laydown by Jake, and the correct decision.
Well, especially now because the Irishman right behind him. Kevin O'Donnell with the pair of queens.
Yep. All in.
And he says he's going to go all in. 10 quickly folding 10-5 and back on Alex with the nines.
Now, Alex faced with a tough decision now. He's got the middle pair, the two nines. His opponent's gone all in for 475,000 over the top of him.
He's got a guy on the short stack going all in. You got a pair of nines. Tough to get away from this one.
It's a lot of money.
It's really just chips. It's just chips.
That's what you have is 2.2 million in chips. Cost you another 365,000 to call. You have a chance to take a man out.
You can beat an ace, right?
I have to look again. Then I'd be all scared and I'd worry about what I had.
You see Alex's fans out there. He's got his own T-shirts here, Vince. How many players have their own T-shirts and have their fans wear them here when they're at the final table?
Yeah.
Very creative.
Well, I'm not going to make the mistake I did last night and say the boards, so I just call.
Well, he's going to make the call, Vince. He is doing it.
At last.
Unfortunately for him, exactly what he dreaded is what's happened. He's up against the over pair where he's about a 4-to-1 underdog to win the pot now. Let's see if he can get lucky and outdraw Kevin right here.
Take your
Queens
time.
over nines.
There's no pressure.
The Irishman looking happy. Love to double up. Has he eaten his lucky charms? Here we go with the flop. 10-6-4. It's a good flop for the Irishman.
Two diamonds. Now, both players have a diamond, so that means Alex does not want to catch a flush because it wouldn't be any good. He could backdoor straight and win this pot if a 7 and 8 came up. But he's looking for a 9, and now he's got to have one as an ace comes on the turn.
I thought you had an ace-king.
One card to go.
I thought you had ace-king.
So we are down to the river.
I would have been happy with ace-king.
He must catch a two-outer, as we say. Must catch one of the last two nines in the deck to win this pot.
9!
And it's a deuce. So Kevin O'Donnell claps for himself. They shake hands. And the Irishman back in business here, Vince, in a big-time way.
Money's not been a big object in my life. I've been very blessed, but I'm going to win tonight just because I'm a competitive man. Jennifer, my daughter, cut school to fly out to get here. I told her that I was going to be at the final table, and I haven't lied to her yet in life, so this is good, most definitely.
Gotta love that. Doubles up very nicely. Everyone's having a good time. 839 players started this event. They all had to put up $5,000 each. Kind of a bargain here on the World Poker Tour. Down to these 6.
Well, we're having a lively discussion at the table right now. Action is going to be on Kevin O'Donnell. He just doubled up.
Looks down at a miserable little 5-4 offsuit. Throws it down.
Very rarely do I check raise.
Tim Fan.
He's got Motown Jack 5. Nope.
Gonna lay it down. Back around to Alex. He's got the 7-11. He folds.
Now with the button in front, Kenneth James. Pretty good starting hand. Ace-8 of clubs.
Well, he's in position. He's on the button. Ace-high figures to be a favorite hand over the two blinds. And Kenneth is going to raise it up. Makes it 80,000 to go.
80.
Now look at this, right next to him, Todd Phillips, also with a good starting hand in the small blind. Ace-10 of diamonds. Yeah, he's going to make this call.
Around to Jake Menner in the big blind. Looks down at 9-5 of hearts. It's going to cost him 50,000 more to call here if he wants to see a flop with this hand. Notice how he's staring his opponent, Kenneth James, down there.
And don't let the disguise fool you on Jake. This guy can play some huge poker. Believe me, I play a lot with him on the side games here in L.A.
And he's always got his game face on.
I'm all in.
Oh, man, he's going to go all in, he
Wow.
says.
Vince, he's bet $1.3 million with 9 high here. Just an astonishing play.
Oh, look at Kenneth. Looks like he just got branded. Boy.
Did he ever just swallow the canary there?
That's the first two words he said on the whole telecast.